thing that really grinds my gears. To me, it tells me ghosts are bullshit too. Why? PSS After Hours coming at you with your host, LTG, and Rod just sitting down right now. Just had to get things started. How you doing today, Rod?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Good, man. Good. Not too bad. Just, just kind of living.
That's good.
That's good. It's better than the alternative, I guess.
Yeah.
Being the subject of, our talks, if I'm some ghost or something out there instead of being living where I am right now. But, all right. So.
Wait, you're having paranormal stuff going on at your house?
No, hell no. No, I'm just saying it's a better choice than living is a better choice than the possibility of this BS ghost floating around and stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So today, one of the things that really irritated me and has been irritating me with my cryptozoology course, right?
I knew something was bothering you.
Oh, dude,
I could tell.
It's super annoying because, and I have my reading material right there. I mean, you could see it sitting right there, right, for my class, and why even study something and give it a name known as cryptozoology if you pretty much in every bit of the reading you tell about all of the different things that take place for each one of the crypto or the cryptids, right? If people are listening to us, they don't know what cryptids are. Cryptids are like Bigfoot, Yeti, El Chupacabra, the super boa or the Titan boa. There's a few others like, huh? You just walked in front of my camera. What else? Oh, yeah, Loch Ness Monster. Sorry, my daughter was walking across feeding me my lines because I forgot them. So they go into detailed studies of all these things, right? Like the Mothman back east and all this other crap. And they go into all of this. And the entire class, they give you examples of all these people that have supposedly experienced these phenomena, right? Whether they saw the Loch Ness Monster, they saw Bigfoot, or they saw traces of Yeti, or they saw a Chupacabra, or they saw a Titan boa, whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that really just, to quote Peter Griffin from Family Guy, the thing that really grinds my gears, they give all of these examples, and then the book still, or the reading material still says, none of it's ever been proven. None of these phenomena have ever been proven to truly exist. So if that's the case, if none of the stuff, if there isn't enough evidence to prove that any one of these things actually exists, why the hell is there a course called cryptozoology that studies this shit? Because it's just stupid. What, you're studying the phenomena of why people think the way they do and see the things the way they see them? Then study psychology.
Yeah.
Like cryptozoology is about, it's a made up BS thing. None of that shit's real.
I guess they're just making it to collect that money.
Well, and maybe to a certain extent, yeah, but look, all right.
But at the same time, it's like...
So you know me, I watch all these different YouTube videos and all these different shows on TV, right? And I watched this one particular YouTube video where a guy was given... he tells stories kind of like the Mr. Ballin that's out there. He kind of tells stories like that. He's nowhere near as good as Mr. Ballin. But I was listening to him talk, and he was relaying a story that one of his subscribers wrote in and told him about a Bigfoot encounter. And I listened to it, and I'm just shaking my head going, come on, man. Like, really, this is complete horse shit. Like, and here's the big thing. This particular incident supposedly occurred in Utah. Brad knows me really well. Mac's wife obviously knows me really well. I used to just take my outdoor gear, my tent, backpack, all the stuff that I had, and I would just take off and I would head east into the mountains, and then I'd come back 2 weeks later. But I'd just go back by myself. I just go up, hike around, because I'm not a fan of people. You know that, right? I'm not a fan of people. And so I could get up there for 2 weeks, clear my mind, just go out and hike every day. I set up my base camp, get everything set up the way I need to, and then I come back at night, I sit by my fire, just kick my feet up, and it's kind of like a decompression for me, right? But I haven't just done it back there. I've done it all over the state. I'll just take off and I'll head down to southern Utah. I'll go to over to the Uinta Mountains, and I'll hike and just hang around there. All of the times I have ever done that by myself, I never once, and I was in the same area that they were talking about in this particular little YouTube video that I was watching, talking about this experience somebody had in Utah. I was in the same area, and not a damn thing happened. Yeah, you hear stuff at night, but I don't immediately go, oh, it's a Bigfoot, I'm going to freak out and it's going to kill me. No, I go, yeah, it's probably a large predator of some type.
Yeah.
But that's also why I have my rifle. It's also why I have my handgun with me. It's also why I am loaded to bear when I go out by myself for a couple of weeks out in the backcountry, because you need to be able to protect yourself from the wild animals out there. Mm-hmm. Look, the wilderness and the forest, it's scary. It is. I will be lying to you if sometimes I wasn't going out to go to the bathroom, waking up in the middle of the night, walking away from my camp with my fire going, walking out into the dark and peeing and going, ooh, that's creepy out there. I don't know what's out there. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
But does that mean that there's a Bigfoot or there's a ghost or there's El Chupacabra standing out there or there's a Titan boa or any of this other bullshit that people bring up? No, it just means it's dark and scary.
Yeah.
And I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I took 3 days to hike into where I was, and it's going to take me 3 days to hike back out. So chances of it being somebody out there, like a person just fucking with me, slim to none, unless they wanted to hike in for 3 days just to screw with me. And then that would go really poorly because of the weapons I take with me. But at the same time, if I've traveled all over and I've stayed completely by myself on numerous occasions for days at a time, I've never experienced anything, nothing. Like I said, I was in the same area, the Uinta Mountains that this person was talking about with their particular little Bigfoot story. But it's all just BS, man.
Yeah.
It's BS. Look, even in all my reading, when they talk about Bigfoot and they say hair samples have been found. But the hair samples always come back to some type of an animal, whether it's a wolf, whether it's a bear, whether it's a cougar, but something. Because branches, they have pointy ends on them. Animals walk by them, it's going to grab the hair, of course. But they've never found any hair that they're like, we don't know what this is. It's not a bear, not a cougar, not a wolf. We don't know. It must be Bigfoot, therefore. Just, it's ridiculous, dude. It absolutely blows my mind. Look, I wish Zeke were here today so we could talk about it a little bit in depth about his incident down in Alabama. But you personally,
maybe I can call him through a Facebook Live.
Nah, maybe. I mean, but let's finish. Let me ask this question real quick. What do you think? What do you think about Bigfoot? Am I up in the night? Do you think I'm up in the night? Do you believe it? And if you do, tell me so. If you believe it, you believe it.
Honestly, I don't. I believe more that there's ghosts and stuff like that than Bigfoot or the Chupacabra. Why? Because there's never been anything that shows you, okay, well, this is how he looks like. Never. Right?
Yeah.
As in, with ghosts and stuff like that, they at least give you a figure. They're like, okay, well, this is what it looked like before.
Right.
This is what it looks like now, Mm-hmm. And you can hear it sometimes at night, like La Llorona.
Yeah.
You can hear it sometimes at night. Why?
Right.
So, but you can't see the Bigfoot all the time. You don't see the chupacabra all the time. You don't hear people talking about the chupacabra and Bigfoot all the time.
Yeah.
What do they talk about? Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Right?
Yep.
What does that tell you?
To me, it tells me ghosts are bullshit too, but it also, I know I'm going to rile you up with that statement, but it also tells me that the cryptid stuff is all bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's bullshit. Look, for whatever reason, this is the thing I'd like to study and I'd like to see come up in cryptozoology as well, is we as people, for some reason, have this innate desire to believe in the supernatural or the otherworldly, right? Like, what other reason would you think that there's some 8-foot tall humanoid creature covered with hair that, even though we've been living in this fucking on Earth or in North America since what, the 1700s, yet nobody's ever got a clean, clear picture of it. Nobody's ever shot one and brought one in. Like, come on, man. It's all BS. Now, here's one of the other things. So I wrote a comment in on that video that I watched, right? and I wrote on there basically what I said. I said, I think this is all garbage. I said, I have by myself gone away for weeks at a time in very remote areas of Utah and just camped and lived.
Yeah.
I ate my MREs. I ate my food that was with me. I got my water and I purified my water as I was drinking. I mean, I just go out. It was, like I said, it was enjoyable to me because I'm away from people. So, but I also wrote in there, and never once had I ever experienced anything that I would consider weird or scary or attributable to a cryptid. And some lady writes back, and it was the worst grammar I've ever read in my life. So as soon as I read something and somebody's grammar is so bad that I have trouble, deciphering their message, I immediately know I'm dealing with some inbred idiot that has no idea how to speak in the first place, who immediately is going to want to believe in all this supernatural crap. But she's like, just because hasn't happened to you don't mean spirit world isn't real. Some stupid shit like that. And I'm going, okay, I'm sorry. And then I wrote back. I had to write back. I wrote back a lengthy message. And I said, I'm not just talking about from personal experience, but I'm also talking about, I have 2 paranormal investigation degrees. I have my parapsychology degree, and I'm finishing up my cryptozoology degree. I have all those degrees and those certifications. And not once in any of those do they ever confirm and say, yes, we have been able to prove that this is real?
And you know why people are like that? Because they, in their heads, they want to believe and they really want to see it. So they can see a monkey, for all we know, a monkey at far, and they're gonna, that's Bigfoot.
Yeah, or a bear standing on its hind legs.
Yeah.
Oh, bears don't walk around on their hind legs. Bullshit. They do it all the time.
They do.
They do it all the time. Bear get up on their hind legs and they're walking, trying to reach stuff, and they do it all the time. Mm-hmm. And to say, oh, it doesn't happen. Bullshit. And besides that, if that's the case and you're out there hunting for Bigfoot, then give me a clear picture of Bigfoot. Where's the clear picture of Bigfoot?
All right, people. All right. If you guys are going to go out there and try to capture Bigfoot, if you believe on him and you actually get a photo, a clear photo, send it to us.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
You know what? As a matter of fact, send it to us. We'll see it. And you know what? We'll bring you over so you can talk about it. So you can talk about you looking at Bigfoot. But it has to be a clear photo. No blurry photos, no photos from behind, nothing. It has to be a clear photo where you can see him. Bigfoot. Quotations. Because,
it's all BS.
Yeah.
It's complete garbage, dude.
LT will agree with me. If it's a clear photo, we're going to bring you over so you can talk about it.
Absolutely. Because I'd love to sit down face to face with you and think about, all right, why is this the case? What happened here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a clear photo, but is it actually a Bigfoot or is it somebody playing a prank? I mean, it'd be good to ask the person all those questions and just have them here to do that. Not in an attacking manner. Not in an attacking manner, because even though I don't believe in it, doesn't mean that, even though I'm skeptical, doesn't mean that I'm not willing to be swayed. Like I've said before numerous times, I just want some legitimacy to be brought to this particular field because I think it's all a hoax and it's all bullshit.
And this is why we do what we do.
Right. And that's why we do, because a couple of things. Now, we're going to have, the security guards and police stories and correctional stories and all those, and we'll break those down and we'll talk about those. But then at the same time, it's also our personal feelings. Now, just because you believe in it, I'm not saying you're stupid if somebody out there believes in it. If they full-heartedly, I believe it, stuff is real. I'm not saying you're an idiot because you believe that. I just say, I have a different opinion. It's not real. Here's my factual basis to back up why it's not real. Now you give me your factual basis why it is real. Now I guarantee I can punch holes in every one of their stories, in every one of their reasonings behind it. Because like I said, there's nothing that's proven this ESP bullshit that is talked about in parapsychology. ESP, being able to, move things with your mind. It's all...
You're pulling that shit from bullshit. Star Wars.
Nah, right? Like, it sounds like it. For real. It sounds like now I'm talking about Star Wars and using the Force to move shit. And, you know what?
You know what's funny?
It's... What?
Sorry to interrupt you, but when I was in Mexico, I had this friend who's... Think about this, right? He liked ninjas and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, ninjas are so powerful that if they wanted to, they can train their minds to move stuff. Like, and I was like, okay, cool. He was like, ninjas are really powerful and this and that, and stuff like that.
I don't care. I don't care how mentally powerful you are. It's all bullshit.
Doesn't matter how mentally powerful you are, you'll never be able to.
No, you're not going to move a cup. You're not going to move a cup. You're not going to move this. You're not going to move...
How?
You're not going to move a pen. I mean, it's all just stupid. But once again, in which I think is being missed half the time, is that why do people... I do care why people think the way they think.
Yeah.
But I want to know why there's this inherent feeling that people need to think the way they think about the paranormal, about magic, about ESP, about shit like you're talking about.
Yeah.
About, mediums and all that other horse shit that's out there. I want to know, I want to know what's going on in these people's minds that makes them believe in that stuff.
You know what's funny? I think it was yesterday or the day before. I saw some Mormons, on the bike. Some elders. Mm-hmm. And I was going to tell them. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. It was just like out of respect. Mm-hmm. I was going to tell them, you guys believe in ghosts? Say no. Okay. Come with me. Mm-hmm. I'll show you something. But,
Well, but there's the thing, and I'm not going to speak for them, but I do know that the Mormon religion, because I was raised that way, I went to BYU and graduated from there. But
everywhere but in Utah.
But you look at that and you say, LDS people believe in life after death, right? So, they would probably say, well, we believe there are ghosts. I mean, we believe your spirit does go on after. And maybe that's true. Maybe our spirit goes someplace after. But if I think that it's camping out at the fucking Union Pacific building or at the Queen Mary just to fuck with people, why?
I'm gonna tell you this straight up.
Why?
The day that you pass away, I feel like you're gonna fucking chase me around. God damn it, LT! I told you to leave me alone already.
Nah, dude. If there's something on the other side, I'll be showing this earth and all this thing, my rear end as I head towards the better thing. That's what I'll be doing.
Show up to the house, everything is moved around.
But like we've been talking about, there's nothing that can prove that actually happens when you die. You can't prove it. You can't prove that anything happens to you. You can't. You have to have faith, and I guess that's what religion's based on, having the faith to believe that something will happen after you die or something's happened before you were born. I mean, you have to have that faith, which I understand for some people and why they need that.
Yeah.
Now, irrespective of what my personal beliefs are, about religion and what happens after you pass away. Let's say this. Let's say I will give you that. I will give you and say, all right, to those people that are out there, after we die, our spirit leaves our body and it goes somewhere. Okay. I'm going to, just for sake of argument, I'll say, okay, I'm going to give you that one. I'm going to give you that. I'll agree with you. Let's say that happens. Why in the holy shit in hell would a ghost prefer to stay on the Queen Mary and be miserable when it has what's supposedly paradise and heaven on the other side, where they could just cross over and go and enjoy that?
You know, I never thought about it like that. Like, why so many ghosts staying on Earth? Like, but they're like, oh, they can't cross. Like, why? Why
can't they cross? Oh, they're still bitter about what happened to them in life. Tough shit. I don't care if you're bitter about what happened to you in life. The fact of the matter is, when you die, if there's some religious aspect to it, you got two choices: it's heaven or hell. Yeah. Now, I know you got Catholics that talk about, purgatory and all that other horse shit, but whatever. I mean, believe what you want to believe. But my point is, and then not only that, there have been trillions of people that have lived on Earth so far, right? Throughout time.
How come their ghosts are not here?
Where the hell are all their ghosts?
Okay.
Where is and then how?
People are going to hate me for this, but remember my joke from the other day when we were setting up that camera?
Yeah, go ahead and yeah.
Why aren't they ghosts with Down syndrome? Like, how come when the kids with Down syndrome die,
right,
their ghosts don't stay on Earth, like, scaring the fucking washing machine?
Well, and that's the thing is that from what some people say is that the spirit in itself is perfect. Their bodies are the ones that are messed up, and the reason that they have those particular elements, or they
interesting.
Yeah, that's the way they look at it.
I do respect all kids with Down syndrome and autism. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just a joke.
Yeah, people need to lighten up if they took that one personally.
Yeah,
it's nothing. It's just a joke. So that's another issue with society today. A joke is sometimes just a joke. It doesn't make somebody a racist.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
Anyway. Excuse me. So anyway, so that was I wonder where we are on time. We're probably pretty close.
Let me go check.
All right, check real quick. Talking. So Rod's going to go. Excuse me. I got a bit of a cough. I've been battling the last couple of days. But like I said, I wanted to come on here because I was doing my latest chapter in cryptozoology, and this particular chapter is on the Mothman. And I guess there was a movie back in the day with Richard Gere called The Mothman Prophecies. But we're at 23 minutes. All right, we'll wrap this one up because it's more of a rant that I've been going on. But I just, like I said, I was doing my last chapter dealing with the Mothman, and I just, once again, it's all. The very first incident they talk about with the Mothman.
Wait, what is a Mothman?
Okay, so you never heard of the Mothman prophecy?
No.
Well, not even prophecy, but just the Mothman. So
no.
All right, I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you here, Rod. All right. So,
I heard of Birdman.
No, all right. The Mothman is something slightly different. Many who believe in legend, this creature do not see it as a terrestrial species, but rather a manifestation of something else or an alien from another planet. Beyond sightings and witness descriptions, there's no other evidence. No other evidence.
You hear that, people?
Relating to Mothman's existence. And certainly when he does appear, his visitation seems shrouded in the supernatural. But right there is no other evidence.
Do you want to show that photo to the cameras?
No, because that's copyrighted stuff in my course material. So, but then once again, while as with other modules, this module will offer rational explanations to Mothman sightings. Its aim is primarily to introduce you to the legend of Mothman and allow you to draw your own conclusions to this phenomena. Yet they literally tell you it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Pretty much.
So you had two couples that were in West Virginia. They were driving along, had vehicle trouble, stopped on the side of the road, and as they were getting out and trying to walk, they were walking past this old, I believe they said it was a deserted munitions factory. So a place that made ammo and those types of things. And this was in 66, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just want to read real sure to make sure I was right. Yeah, 66 in West Virginia. So there were two couples. It was the Scarberry and the last name I always forget. Mallet. The Mallet. And so as they were walking along, they said they saw this large gray winged figure, and its wingspan was like over 8 to 10 feet and blah, blah, blah. But it was 7 feet tall, and it had eyes that glowed red in the headlights and all this stupid shit.
You know what's funny? Every paranormal creature has red eyes.
Exactly.
And wings.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Yep. But then here's the other thing that they talk about too, is they say all four of them said they saw it flying, and it was flying at over 100 miles an hour.
Did you have
did you have a fucking radar gun in 1966?
Yeah, the later.
Yeah, did you have your LiDAR with you? Did you have your radar? No, you're just looking at it going, and something looks like it's hauling ass, even if it's 30 miles an hour. When you're standing on the side and you watch it go by, you're like, holy, that was fast.
Yeah, but you can't just be like, it was going at 50 miles per hour. You know what? 51.
Look, dude, it's a damn eagle or something. Guaranteed. It's a fucking large bird.
You know what it could be?
It
could be that massive eagle that looks like somebody's dressed up, but it's an actual eagle.
Yeah, no.
It could be that one.
That's the thing, right? So it's like people get this mass hysteria bullshit. And when they're together, you have four people together that clearly none of them are certain of themselves or their ability to understand reality, because all four of them immediately look at it and freak out. It's got to be some kind of creature. Blah. I'd be looking at it going, it's probably a fucking bird. Probably a bird. Let's look this. Let's watch this a little bit more.
It has to be a bird,
and then we'll figure it out. But until then, shut up. It's not some Mothman or some other bullshit that's out there, because the story about the Mothman came out like 3 days prior to these people going on their little road trip in the car. So you're going to tell me they didn't hear about that story first, and then they stopped on the side of the road. They figured we could get a little bit of publicity for ourselves. It was in the same area. Oh, let's do this. Yeah. Maybe that happened. Maybe it didn't.
Or were they smoking?
But yeah, exactly. But understanding people, you start talking about the fact you may possibly be famous or get some notoriety if you tell a story. Yeah. So they're sitting there saying, the four of them, let's say that we saw this thing, this big gray thing, it was the Mothman, because we heard about Mothman 3 days ago. Great idea, let's do that. Just stupid. It's dumb. It was never proven that they were lying, because how do you prove that I'm lying if there's no lie detector or anything else that you're going to give to me and you're just going off of my statement? You can't, if there's no physical evidence anywhere, I can make up whatever lie I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then, I guess got to take it as the gospel truth because he said it. And that's what's happening here with this crap. But anyway, so like I said, I know I got off on the tangent. All right, Rod, let's just wrap this thing up. If you guys have anything about cryptids out there, let us know.
Yeah. You guys can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and now Twitch as PSS After Hours. Where can they send us mail to?
Send us any email that you want, like I said, about anything about Mothman or any other cryptids that you, some information that you want clarified, or if you want to say something to us and call BS and you'd like to come down, sit right there, and then we could have a little, chat, little discussion back and forth. It's like I said, it's not an argumentative space, because we've had people sit over there that don't agree with me at all.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with them. And it was kind of cool because it was a good dialogue to be able to have. But anyway, send us all that stuff at paranormalafterhours@gmail.com. And other than that, I'm going to end with this as always. Be safe, watch your six, keep your powder dry. This is LTG signing off with Rod. And Rod, what happens?
Things are going to get a little weird.
Yes, they are. See you, everybody.